Look at that! Wow. Firstly, we spent so much money on this setup. I'm pretty sure we spent like 100, 200k on like building and all these tables, and we're already back up to 1.05, well, 04 million. And we're making 50,000 bucks of profit a week. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode of Good Company Freeplay with me, Spacefish. And welcome back to our now finally finished production setup for our brand new revamped Pocket PC production. I must say that's grown in size quite crazily, hasn't it? Like, just look at our old small assembly line here for comparison. Look at this massive thing where we are now going to build our newest generation of Pocket PCs. Now, as you all may already know, we've got all these things readily assigned, so that's definitely a great start. Now, we kind of need to come to this transition phase where we move all these employees over to this new logistics zone, and, well, we also hire a good bunch of on-top people. Hopefully, we do have enough on the open market. Who knows? Not quite confident in that just yet, but we'll definitely give that a look. Now, one thing that already comes to my mind right here, okay, we have actually upped the bandwidths right here. It's just not been delivered yet, so that should be taken care of soon. And then we also have this little fandom slot down here, which is like blocked by nothing, but I can still not use it, so pretty weird. Don't know what to do with that. Can't change anything about that, I don't think. But with that said, let's go and take care of our first few assignments. So, I do also have to get rid of all this stuff, which is honestly actually kind of a bit of a pain, but maybe I could already move a few things over. For a start, I'm pretty sure I'm going to start by moving employees over to these tables instantly. And then I'll see what kind of materials I may have that I can maybe salvage, you know, to reuse for this production, and then I'll kind of also need to find out what to do with the others, because I'll have to clean this space up eventually so I can use it for other endeavors, and well, you know, that means that all these shelves will eventually need to be empty, or else they will be thrown at my own inventory, which, well, you know, is kind of messy enough already as is, so I would really kind of prefer not to have to do that. That said, I will just continue assigning employees here real quick, and I think this task is probably going to take me a few minutes, and it's probably also going to be rather boring for you lot, so I'll just place a quick cut right here, and we'll see each other again once I am done with reassigning my workers. Alright, back I am. I should have most of everyone reassigned. I'm not quite sure, you know, could be that I've missed a few people, but what we will also need to do is we will need to reassign our logistics zone employees, which I'm unsure how to do that, to be honest. I kind of feel like, where do I find idling employees now here? By the way, we have Will Steiner and we've got Kiki Steiner, so that's glorious. Man and woman, well, husband and wife rather, working together. Now, I don't think I can reassign her. Okay, so I think what I'll have to do here, I don't know, like if any of you know how I can actually move people that are logistics workers from one logistics zone to the other, please make sure to let me know down below. What I will now be doing is I'll just be reusing my logistics employees right here for any kind of production tasks that I may have out here, and then we'll just be hiring new logistics employees. That's just gonna have to be the way that works here, unfortunately. But that said, as you can see, I'm missing so many employees still. I'm really not quite sure we'll be able to hire everyone instantly for that kind of stuff, but let's see about that. Does look like I've actually already hired a bunch of logistics employees for this one, which is interesting because I don't see them anywhere. Maybe they're just now. Oh yeah, that's That's why I don't see them anywhere. They're just in each other in a big blob of people. Look at that. Kind of morphed into one big blob of logistics employees. Very interesting right there. But okay, so let's just firstly double check. So yeah, I mean this courier, we can pull down the courier out in a minute, I feel. And that way, you know, maybe reassign this dude as well. But we'll have him bring the last Pocket PCs down there before we do that. Other than that, I think we've moved everyone over. This guy, I'm pretty sure, belongs to this logistics zone down here. I think that does make sense, and these tables are all empty. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now, what we will definitely need is a whole lot more employees. So we will just try here real quick to hire everyone that we need. I'm not too confident we'll make it, but we'll just, you know... We'll just maybe hire one employee for every kind of thing that we need to make for a start. Kind of ensure some basic coverage so we do produce like anything at all. And then, you know, we go through the rest of the tables. Actually, it's not looking too bad right now. Final assembly would probably be a good thing to have people for. But even that is covered. And then I've got this table, and that seems to be it. Okay, wow. Way smoother of a transition than I had thought it would be. Now, of course, everybody's waiting for all their stuff, which is going to take 15 bajillion years to get delivered. But let me, in the meantime, real quick, have a look out here. So we do, for one, have like 2 Pocket PCs that need to be sold. And as I don't need to move myself to move things around, you know, I'm just going to take care of that myself. And... also, I should probably already pull down this route because I don't want to be pulling any more in materials into there. But that will be taken care of in a second. Now, logic circuits I think I can use. Yes, I can. Then we've got small register banks, which I cannot use. Simple cases, which I can also not use. Oh, all the other stuff is already obsolete, except for logic circuits. Well, it may be a few input materials, right? Like plastic parts that I can probably move over and... there's so much stuff that's just obsolete, and I need to turn off the camera snap again. So, I mean, you know, this stuff, right? Circuit boards, electronic parts, and, you know, plastic parts, all this goodness we can move over. But, well, you know, after that, it's gonna be kind of wonky. I don't really know what to do with all this stuff. I'll just have to try and move all these input materials over there as well before they get used by anyone else for anything else. I do think, yeah, that I can use these in there, so that's a good start. And it's kind of a bit messy, but I'll do my best to kind of redistribute this thing among these things among all these tables out here. I don't want to bore you all too much with it though, so I'll just take care of that as well real quick, and then I'll be right back with you all. Alright, and back I am now. As you can see, these shelves have actually emptied considerably, so that's kind of nice to see. There is, unfortunately, as you can also see, a good bunch of stuff that is still left, so I'll try and maybe use that for my own research, but you know, it's less the input materials that I wasn't able to redistribute, but more like kind of the intermediate stuff. And that probably means that I'll move my no, I've actually got my analysis already. So yeah, I'll just try and use up more of the LED arrays, you know, make a bit more space, and then, you know, use some of the other stuff, and maybe eventually sometime my inventory empties out. You should never stop hoping, right? But another thing that I really quickly want to take care of now here is I want to at least revamp this logistics route right here. So I would like to actually... Why do we have... Oh, right. So I'm going to, like, kind of get courier pallets 6 and 7 out of this chain, pretty much. So that he only goes back and forth with this calculator, Pocket PC, sorry, kind of stuff. And then, you know, this out here will just kind of keep untouched so that I can then proceed and just kind of reroute all this stuff to up here too, and just reuse everything in here before the actual shelves get filled up by logistics employees, because the second that happens, I can probably just not spread this stuff out to anywhere anymore, and I have huge tons of raw materials that won't get used anywhere, so I'd rather just kind of take care of that right now, right here real quick, and then, you know, be sort of good with it. That's it. I feel I've kind of already filled most of these things up, so I'm not even sure I've really got much of any space left to where I could even throw anything at this. There's like a bit of plastic, we need air, a bit of plastic there, a bit of metal, but that's going to be about it. So this pallet down here, I'm pretty sure, or is this also used, well, wait, is this also, okay, that's perfect. So that's all also used for this whole production, which is great news, because that means that nothing of this down here will be wasted. And as soon as I've got this pallet kind of emptied out, then I should pretty much be good. Hopefully. That was the wrong thing to click, but yeah. So this should, I hope, kind of cover us. I'm slightly over the top for metal, but we'll just leave that in this slot right here, and then I'll just have some on top stuff in here, and oh, or not. Ha, great. That's kind of what I was worried about. Let's see if we can place it somewhere else, maybe. Maybe like out here-ish. No, this is all just requires plastic. This requires some metal. Perfect. Okay, and that's that. That kind of covers us. Now that means we've not really wasted much of anything, you know, just only some of these intermediate things which we will just try and, well, use for our research, and that way it should be pretty fine overall. Now I'm going to already kind of put all these things into one shelf so I can already pull down a bunch of others, but I don't want to have all my inventory right now because, as you can see, it's still pretty darn full, so I would like to keep that to a minimum. But other than that, you know, do I want to, I'm kind of unsure if I want to just destroy everything or if I want to keep it for a potential different production. I think as long as I don't need the space, I'm actually going to keep it this way. But this means that I've actually at least taken care of it, so that's a decent start. Now let's have our logistics employees actually redistribute a few of the things, and then we'll hopefully get going on this. Now, as you can see, I was apparently actually missing a few circuit boards there to redistribute, but that's getting filled up rather quickly, and I actually also just noticed that I'm missing my sounds in this game, so let me place another quick cut, and I'll be right back. Right, and back we are. Game kind of fixed, and we're hearing sounds again, good old Good Company sounds. Now, courier outs, I've got a bit of an exclamation mark out here now with courier pallet, yeah, because I'm not delivering the materials at once, but that's fine. We've also moved over all the calculators now, so I think, oh wait, now, can I somehow, I need to find out how I can reassign people, because this guy, what did I do now? Is he idling now, or? Oh, there he is. Bryce von Lee. Now, I really kind of just want to assign you to this logistics zone, man. I don't have anything else to do for you. Like, else I'll have to fire you. Can you please get yourself assigned to something? I don't want to hire. I want to add somebody. How do I do that? I've got no clue. Is that even a possibility at this point? Kind of a good question, is it? Because with the old logistics node, of course, it was possible to actually assign people to logistics zones, but now? No, that doesn't work. That would have been great, but that does also not work. I cannot just click, like, into the logistics zone or something. I cannot stay in logistics mode. Okay. I think we're going to have to fire Bryce for the time being, because if he doesn't do anything and I don't have any job for him, that just doesn't make any sense. Unfortunately, I already hired everyone, so Very sorry, Bryce. Yeah, thank you for your service. Was great having you, but that doesn't work. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's just have production catch up here real quick. See how things develop, what kind of bottlenecks we may be able to spot, if we have any issues that are coming up, any logistics workers. Oh, I already saw first thing. First thing here being, I've got a lot of bandwidth in this shelving rack that's not being used, so I'm gonna actually go through and check. See, I mean, there's a lot of these things here where, well, it probably makes sense to kind of stock up a bit more on things. So we'll just increase whatever I feel is probably very necessary to have more space for. Not sure though. That's a bit of an issue. We do need a lot of plastic parts, so we'll up the amount of plastic parts in there. But yeah, so we're just going to go through this and actually use all the space that we have, because why in the world wouldn't we? So that we can, you know, store a few more things and have a bit more flexibility in our ways of producing things that way. Because, like, look at this. I can just double the amount of storage everywhere, and nobody, like, people won't be as dependent on logistics workers anymore and stuff, so that's pretty good, to be honest. Now this stuff I'll have to check the recipe out on again. Feels like we're doing integrated circuits then. So let's do that. And yeah, I mean, like, all this stuff, like, look at this, wait. Why do I have 4 slots used here with only... Confusing. Oh, I already upped. Okay. I for some reason upped the bandwidth of the plastic case, but didn't use the rest of the bandwidth. Kind of weird to me, but okay. So, out here I would have to sacrifice 6 pair 3 slots for more bandwidth and all the things. So I don't really like that. I think I'm going to see if anything in particular runs low, and then maybe adjust accordingly out there. This stuff we're just going to put the in and out battery stacks, kind of up those in bandwidth, and then we're going to up the bandwidth of all these, and we're going to do the same out here, just like that. And now we've got these things up here, don't we? Yep. So I think we're going to make a lot of plastic parts out here, probably also a lot of circuit boards. Let's just do the outputs. And here you can just triple everything. Same thing over here. And there we go. Okay, that's now all the bandwidth available used for us as well, and these guys are getting started with making those programmable circuits out here. And one thing that now that I've kind of played all the campaign, I've already noticed is we can probably replace this whole thing with, like, machinery at some point, because that machinery produces a lot more. It may be at a slower frequency, but overall it's a lot more, and of course I don't have any employee costs from the machinery, so that's certainly a desirable goal. Now, that desirable goal becomes available at milestone 5 only, so it's going to be a while, and I'm not analyzing things anymore, which I really dislike. Let's pick up some LED arrays and just start the analysis, like, forever. Get rid of more of these things so that we can hopefully empty our inventory out a bit more. And I should probably also hire another researcher out here, because I'm going to stock with that analysis for a bit longer, I think. So I'm going to go and invest in another research desk out here so I can use that in case I want to. And yeah, then, you know, we can just keep going like this. Now here, what are we doing? We've actually already made our first pair 3, so that's good news right there. Now what I'll need to do is I'll need to actually check out the market and see how many of these we can... 28. We can sell 28 without putting a discount on them. Wait, we can... Were we not making these before? Or... I'm confused. Were we selling these before? We were selling these before. Why did I skip the pair 2? I don't quite remember even, to be honest. That's mad. 28 a week without any discounts, though. I'm like, this is gonna last us literally forever. Like, this product is going to last us literally forever. When am I ever going to make 28 of these things a week, even with 3 assembly tables? That's just not going to happen. And I'm already missing 7 segment displays. Woohoo. Okay. Not too great, but let's see if it balances itself out when we get more employees. Now, the thing is, of course, also, right, that we've got a bit of an overcapacity here for assembly tables, as we already talked through that, you know, when setting this up. The assembly tables are actually, well, too fast for all the rest of this production, but it's kind of worth it to me to have one worker that only does half his potential capacity, if that means that I use like all the rest of the capacity from like all these workers up here. Like, I think that does make sense financially. Now, we've just actually finished research out here. I don't even know what we were just researching, because we've just been randomly researching Project Conveyor Basic. Interesting. Not sure what that's about. We've also had Good Company 0.8 hit the Steam servers, the update servers, a while ago, so I need to actually make a video on that too. That's hopefully going to be in the works soon, and I would really like to update you all on that and, you know, see if we move on to that potentially before the time being. Let me go have a look at this. What will we even do next? I'm not quite sure. We could do stuff like this here, but I don't think that's going to become relevant for a long while, to be honest. Then we've got drone parts, of course, for which, you know, I've actually covered a bunch of those already as well. Actually, you know, kind of unsure what we want to even do at this point. I think I'm going to do medium and stepper and DC motors just to have those covered as well. And then once that's done, we'll, I don't know, we'll just move on to further improving other things. Like, it's crazy because, like, we've got 80 out of 110 for the next product actually, and yeah, there's going to be drones, some sort of drone, I think, and it's already nicely covered by everything we've researched, so I'm not really sure what to research anymore. That said, we've also got these bots. Where am I actually making those? Down here. Okay, and we are actually selling 15 a week here, so maybe it is actually worth having a quick look down here and seeing if we maybe overfill this pallet a bit, and if we do need a bit deeper discount. So let's check that out. 35k in profit. Is that my new profit record? I think that's more than I ever made, isn't it? 35k. That's insane. How many did we actually manage to sell of our new Pocket computers now? 14. Okay, that's certainly not our max capacity just yet, I'm pretty sure. So that's very interesting. Could be that we even, you know, are going to be able to push that a bit further. But what I really want to see down here real quick now is how we are doing for these. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 now, probably. 5, 6, 7, 8, yep. Oh, we've got like 6 and 8, so we've got 16 already in there. Feels like we're kind of producing a bit more than we can sell, but then again, nobody's ever picking these things up, apparently. Oh, wait. I've got 2 pallets for these? Oh. Yeah. I think we need a bit deeper discounts there. That's mad. Totally forgot to ever come back to this and check, like, you know... I know. Oh, this bug again. You all may remember that one. That's, yeah. A bit weird. I'm just gonna try and find out what kind of discount level we need for 16. Apparently we do need 8%. Now if I do 9%, does that get me to... That already gets me to 17. Okay, so let's do 9%. That should enable us to sell off all of these and make even more money. Now here, I do think we've got an issue here. It seems that we have a lot of an issue of actually getting these 7 segment displays ready. Which I'm kind of wondering why that is the case. Oh, see? I knew I made a mistake somewhere. That just had to happen. Forgot about one employee and instantly killed my whole profitability right there. That's of course a bit of an issue. I don't know why I never spotted that. Didn't I just even look at that table and I was like, you know, It'll balance out. It's gonna be fine. It's like literally the meme of the dog sitting in a fire. It's literally just that, isn't it? Okay, well, anyways, we've got some issues here with redistribution and everything, I think. So I'm gonna upgrade my logistics team a bit. Just add another logistics employee, because these guys are not receiving any plastic parts at all at the moment, it seems. There they go, though. That should hopefully help them out and, you know, fix that a bit for us. And we are upping profitability even more now, probably with selling some of these extra bots off. And, you know, whenever this thing will be balanced out even more, I think we can easily hit 40k, to be honest. And that is with all the upgraded research effort. Like, we've really stepped up in research here with all the new tables, new employees. I could probably afford, like, so much more research even. It's just that at this point... Do we even need more? Like, I'm unsure. At the moment, we're definitely researching more than we're analyzing, which, you know, is kind of a good thing, because I've got a lot of surplus out here, but, well, that means that I can at least now get rid of all these modules that we still had as well. And, oh, I forgot some plastic in here. That's a bit of an issue. Can I redistribute that somewhere? Just gonna try and put it all in here. Maybe in here? Yup. There we go. Okay, cool. Missing plastic parts again. Okay, so maybe we want to actually do something different here and actually decrease the bandwidth of the output and increase the bandwidth of the plastic parts. I feel that will hopefully help solve that bottleneck a bit. Now, if you all remember, I was saying earlier that we will probably not quite meet our requirement for plastic parts, but being that far off also was not really on the list of goals. And another part that I actually just noticed, we need another pallet here, because we have a potential demand of 28 on these things, and that pallet can only store 18. And we are certainly also going to mute the phone. I'm like every flippin'. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. That said, we're gonna actually use this as a sellout pallet as well then, because, you know, that pallet is certainly not big enough. So yeah, we're gonna have to use this to actually sell some more. Now we're of course lacking these things because we were lacking plastic parts, so that's a bit of an issue. If that continues to be an issue, I think we should actually then buy another table to make more plastic parts. But that said, it does seem like they've caught up a lot now with the with the double bandwidth in here. Maybe not, if it now totally drains, which it totally looks like it will. There's absolutely, again, no more logistics employee coming to resupply them. Hello, we need plastic parts here, please. Did it just happen again, really? Seriously? Oh, okay. I think we'll just get another table, to be honest. I don't really feel like absolutely dorking my production just to go out and save a few pennies on one more table and one more employee. So I'd rather have another employee, another table, and, you know, take care of that before this goes totally out of whack. So we'll be doing that. We'll be moving that into there as well. And we'll be upping our plastic parts production, and then we'll just get going like that. And then I hope we should have everything covered in terms of plastic parts, and if I find any other issues, we'll try and fix those ASAP as well. But look at that! Look at that! Wow! Firstly, we spent so much money on this setup. I'm pretty sure we spent like 100, 200k on like building and all these tables, and we're already back up to 1.04 million, and we're making 50,000 bucks of profit a week. And this is, we're still not at optimal production out here, and we're making 50,000 bucks a week. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. It's pretty crazy. I feel like it's almost become too easy for me at this point. I don't know. Maybe like, I don't want to be complaining too much before like my whole factory gets totally nuked and I go bankrupt, but, you know, kind of crazy, to be honest, how good it's going for me at the moment. Like, it's pretty mad, and I feel we should also, you know, I'm gonna start spending more money now on like research and analysis, like even more than before, because I don't feel it makes too much sense to keep going at this pace, because we're just making so much money that we may as well reinvest even more of it and just, you know, buzz through those milestones even faster, like unlock new products to take care of even faster, and that way, you know, hopefully make it a bit more challenging for us again. But that said, you know, more than 1.1 million right there. Good times. But okay, so hopefully all this stuff will now be fixed with the plastic parts. I think we're going to spend the start of the next episode kind of still looking at things, seeing if there is any more optimizations for us to make, and if not, then we're going to go and spend a lot more money on research and hopefully get our gameplay boosted even more, accelerated even more, zoom on to new products, and have a lot of fun doing that. But for today, I'm going to end off this episode right here, so I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, as always, please make sure to hit that like button right down below. And if you're new around the channel and haven't done so just yet, also definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below, as well as the bell icon right next to it, to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. That said, as always, thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.